This is a Guide Your Light network production, creating podcasts with purpose. Hello, I'm Maritza Barone. Welcome to the Things You Can't Unhear podcast. Has there ever been a moment in your life where you heard, read, or were told something that you simply could not unhear? Something that made you stop in your tracks and helped you to see the world differently in some way, a better way. On this podcast, we create those life-changing moments for you through interviews with some of the world's most profound people around the globe. We explore groundbreaking ideas in health and well-being.
What we're really doing is getting to the root cause of your symptoms. And often we find that that is an emotional block that we have been carrying around in our body that's become almost crystallized and created a physical symptom.
Relationships.
And for women as well, when I talk about respect, it's called respecting yourself, which is don't overgive. Women will tend to put themselves one down, and then wake up at 40 and go, wait a second, I am woman, I deserve respect.
Personal and professional transformation.
This is true of any skill. You only develop it by doing it. And so, if you don't get out there and just start doing it and being a bit rough around the edges at the beginning, you can't work on your craft. And so it can't turn into something.
Spirituality.
Because I think when we know who we really are, we think we're our name and our body and our form and our hair and our clothes and our skin and but when we know who we really are as infinite beings, we're free.
And so much more. So settle in. This might just be a big day for you where you hear something that changes your life in the most transformative way. Hello and welcome to a very special episode of Things You Can't Unhear. Today we are celebrating our very exciting milestone. It's our 150th episode. And we could not have reached this point without your incredible support, your listening ears, and your open hearts. And I'm deeply grateful for every single moment you've spent with me on this journey. There are literally thousands and thousands of minutes of audio that have been shared, conversations that have been shared. And I look back on this podcasting pathway I decided to take back in 2019. And I've just see that I've had such a privilege of exploring countless transformative moments, insightful conversations beyond my expectations, thought-provoking ideas, out of this world concepts. Each and every episode has been a step forward to finding a pathway so we can be the best version of ourselves and opening our minds. And, we've explored different topics that have touched your hearts, inspired change, and encouraged us to see life in a whole new way. And I know this because you've been telling me year after year after year. When I started, the goal was always about, helping find and experience the best of what life has to offer for our listeners. And I suppose selfishly and curiously finding it for myself. And when we share these conversations, a lot of the same ideas and topics have come up over time. And I have found that quite comforting, to be honest. A few days ago, something happened. I was watching a Netflix show called Sweet Magnolias. I should say I was binge watching Sweet Magnolias on Netflix. But I actually heard one of the characters say a quote. And the quote was, "Everything that needs to be said has already been said. But since no one was listening, everything must be said again." Now, this quote really made me stop and think. Because I am someone who creates content, shares ideas and perspectives, I know it can sometimes feel as though we might be repeating an idea or something that you have heard or shared or read before, maybe repeated again, and people are saying it in different ways. But it made me realize the importance of repeating wisdom until it finds the right ears at the right time. Even though timeless truths may have been said before, they may not have reached the right audience or have been presented in a way that resonates So sharing messages in unique ways with different voices and perspectives might just be the thing that lands when you need it the most. And sometimes what needs to be heard only makes sense when it's heard at the right time. I've heard you tell me about how a message from our podcast arrived in your life exactly when you needed it the most. And that's what makes creating this so special. I know that the interpretation of wisdom can evolve over time, and what might not have resonated with you before might suddenly become profoundly meaningful when you revisit it with fresh eyes and experiences, or during particular difficult times of your life. So what I've decided to do in celebration of our milestone 150th episode today is to reshare with you our top 6 episodes on the podcast over the last 12 months. So one will drop every day of the week this week. And I urge you to listen to them all, because each of these episodes is a treasure trove of insights and wisdom that I believe should be heard, explored, and revisited. These episodes include the legendary Dr. John Demartini on the secret to finding your purpose. Also, Ali McKelvey on understanding human design to improve your relationships. Dr. John Gray, the author of Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, on how to master our relationships. Laurentine Tambosh from Food Matters on how using food, mindset, and spiritual practice can help us to live an aligned life. Liz Volpe on intuition and premonitions, and Christina Mand-Lakiani from Mind Valley sharing how happiness is a state of mind. These episodes will certainly have you covered for the week and help you to step into new inspiring perspectives. I know personally there are many messages I've heard in these episodes and the others we have released that play over in my mind and filter out to my actions. And I hope you find some golden nuggets in them also. We'll be back again for some more brand new episodes soon as we continue to find fresh ways to share life-changing stories and messages from profound guests all around the world. Now, huge thanks for being part of the ride. If this is the first time you've ever listened to the show, welcome. Hello. I am beyond happy to have you here and subscribed to the show. Now, it's only fair, because I've been sharing my voice on this podcast for quite some time now, that I get to hear your voice too. And I've got this cute little function in the show notes that you can click on that will actually let you leave me a voice note. So I want to hear from you. I would love nothing more than to hear your thoughts, your feelings of what you have gained from listening over the years and some of your biggest things you can't unhear moments. If you want to join my community and stay in contact directly, you can jump onto my website, maritzabarone.com, and just add in your email address down the bottom, and we can keep in contact via email and through the database as well. So let's make life extraordinary. Share this with anyone in your life who you think would benefit from listening. And if you have any suggestions on who you would like to hear on the show, let me know as well. All the ways to contact me are in the show notes. There's so many ways. I think the only thing missing is carrier pigeon. So your options are there. I want to hear from you. Thanks again for tuning in. Enjoy these episodes this week, and I'll catch you again very soon. Thanks for listening to the show. What did you think? And what did you feel? Let us know by leaving me a message on the Things You Can't Unhear Instagram community page. And if you can, give us some ratings love on your favorite listening platform.